Hello. This section of poll worker training focuses on polling place access. Who can be in a polling place? Well, the first person who can be there is the Secretary of the State or a representative of their office. A representative will have credentials in the form of a letter from the Secretary of the State. You might also ask them for ID to demonstrate that they are the person who in fact is mentioned in the letter. Also in attendance are members of the press. Members of the press must identify themselves to the moderator. They may not take any pictures, which can identify how a voter is voting. In addition, they must honor a request from a poll worker not to have their picture taken. Finally, they may not interfere with the free flow of the election. This provides the moderator with a great deal of discretion, and we have experienced situations where a senatorial candidate or a congressional candidate has been voting, there has been a big press entourage, and we have literally had to part the sea of reporters to make sure that there was continued access to the polling place. Who cannot be in a polling place? Candidates cannot be in a polling place except while voting. They should definitely be outside of the 75-foot barrier. In addition, the entourage of the candidates should not be in a polling place. And I will tell you from personal experience, we have had a situation where in the excitement of someone famous coming to vote, their entourage comes with them, and before you know it, they're well within the 75 feet, even though they're not going to vote in this polling place. So please do make sure that people are educated about this. You might even want to ask whether or not the registrar has notified the candidate of this situation. Another similar situation is party officials who want to thank the poll workers and bring something in as a gift. We do have that in a couple of the polling places, and basically what happens is the party official goes while they are voting and may bring a box of chocolate bars, etc., for all of the poll workers there. Other considerations include bake sales. Bake sales are pre-approved by the registrars. They are designed to not disturb the voting process, although sometimes they definitely do provide some amusement to the people coming in and out. One year we had Girl Scouts dressed up as boxes of cookies. In addition, there may be exit polling at certain polling places. Now, exit polling is treated a little differently than the press itself. And so if the in and out doors are the same, then exit polls can only be done outside of the 75-foot markers. This is the case in all 12 of the polling places in Greenwich, Connecticut. Now, also important to note is that we're here to enforce election laws, not fire laws or health codes. And this really came home in a recent case before the State Elections Enforcement Commission. In that case, there was an asbestos abatement going on near a polling place in the same school, and it was posted as a dangerous environment for very young children. So a voter came into the polling place and brought their 2-year-old. The poll workers asked them to exit. They offered the voter curbside voting, saying that they would bring the ballot to the voter. The voter refused. They eventually rolled the tabulator outside so the voter could directly place their ballot into the tabulator. After this, the SEEC was informed of the situation, and they in fact found the poll workers guilty. And of course, guilty simply means that they found what they did was not in keeping with the laws. I don't believe that they actually fined them in this case. But they did make clear that as an election official, your job is to enforce election laws. If there are other issues related to the building, the appropriate departments should be notified, and they should have personnel there. School, police, and health departments should be handling other types of safety issues. Your job as an election official is to allow any eligible voter to cast their ballot. Thank you. This concludes this section.